going on, guys? Six people. You guys hear me okay? Someone give me a thumbs up or something. We'll get started in 3 minutes. What's going on, Ismail? All right. Live on Facebook. What's going on, Mimi? We'll give everyone 2 more minutes and then we'll get started. Two minutes. Hey, what's going on, Shakir? That didn't work. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. So, I don't know if you guys saw my email or were in my Facebook group. I posted about the topic I wanted to talk about today, and that is email marketing. So let me just tell you, I'll give you some context on why I want to talk about this. Email marketing is kind of my bread and butter. I have been doing it for myself and for clients since 2016, have generated millions of dollars in sales from email. And back in March of this year, I ran an experiment. And what I did was I signed up for around 420 people's email lists. And these are anywhere from high 6 to 8 figure businesses that are generating high 6 to 8 figures per year. And I just wanted to run an experiment and see what kind of emails these businesses were sending. So I created in my Gmail account, I created like a throwaway Gmail account. I signed up for these 420 or so different businesses on their email list. And I just looked at the different sequences and emails that were coming out. So it's now August. It's been, how long is March? What is that, like 5 months ago or so? And I have enough data to look at their campaigns and look at the folders of all these businesses and see what they've been sending. And what I found was pretty shocking to me. A lot of these very successful businesses are leaving a ton of money on the table. So a lot of them were emailing only once per week or less. More than half of them were emailing once per week or less, which is not enough. More than half of them didn't have an abandoned cart sequence in place. And if they did, it was like the out of the box Shopify style templates that all those e-commerce stores use. A lot of them were just sending flash sale and like 50, 60, 75% off discount emails. And they weren't really plugging their products or services in the right way. Or just not enough, right? There are some people that all they're doing is sending out value emails and they're not selling their products or services. So they're not making sales, right? They're leaving a ton of money on the table. So it's pretty shocking to me because I know just a few simple tweaks to some of these businesses, they could add another 6, 7 figures or more to their sales using email. I'm just setting up these simple abandoned cart sequences, just setting up email campaigns where they're sending more than just once per week, and setting up campaigns where they're not just sending out discount and flash sale emails. They're learning how to plug their products in the right way. So I see a huge gap in the market for this, right? Again, I've signed up for over 400 or so, 420 or so people's email lists of very successful businesses. These are six to eight figure per year businesses. And even these people who are at the top of their game, they are leaving a lot of money on the table by not emailing enough. So I see a huge gap in the market for people who have this skill, who know how to write emails that sell, who can go into these businesses as a hired gun, like a freelancer with some kind of agency service. And you can make anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 per month or more to help these businesses write emails that sell, right? You can help them write their automation campaigns, their autoresponders. You can help them write daily emails like broadcast or newsletter campaigns. You can help them write product launch campaigns. You can help them write call booking campaigns if they're selling services. You can help them, like how I did, you can help them write outbound campaigns like cold email campaigns or LinkedIn messaging campaigns, right? So if you can learn this skill, if you know how to write emails that help businesses make sales, that help businesses book more phone calls for their services, and ultimately help them make more money in their business, I think you are going to be a very high demand hired gun or freelancer agency, whatever you have. So I think this is a very important skill to learn. It's both copywriting and the thing that's great about email is you're not writing these like 20, 30 page sales letters, right? These sales pages. Emails are pretty short. All of my emails are within 200 to 500 words, and they're easy to write, right? They're conversational. I write like I talk. So you don't have to be like this A-list copywriter to write emails that help these businesses make money. So I think it's a fairly easy skill to learn. I think there's a huge gap in the market for people who know how to do this, and businesses will be willing to pay people who know how to do this a lot of money if you can go in and help these businesses make money. So I'm doing something starting next week. I'm running a new series. It's going to be called, what am I calling it here? The Email Marketing Rainmaker series. And it's going to be 5 videos. And these are free videos just on my YouTube channel. They're going to roll out on a weekly basis. Video number 1 is about how to create a 6-figure business that runs on sending simple emails. And I'll show you some examples of these businesses as well, 6 to 7-figure businesses. Video number 2, I'm going to show you how to build an email list the modern 2020 way. So a lot of people like to talk about just building a list full of free subscribers and free opt-ins. I don't really agree with that. So I'm going to show you how I build a list, and I call it the modern way to do it, how to build a list of buyers. Video number 3 is how to make big money from your email list. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can make money from your email list or from writing emails. Video number 4 about how to write emails that sell. So I'll show you how my formula for actually writing these emails and how to structure these emails so that when you send them out, they make sales for these businesses or for yourself. And then video number 5 is going to be about if you're working a day job, how to replace your day job and make $3,500 a month or more writing emails for clients. So yeah, those 5 videos are going to be coming starting next week, and they're going to roll out every week over the next 5 weeks. And what I'm also doing is I'm opening up a new free Facebook group called the Email Marketing Rainmakers. So it's just like if you are in my Productized Profits group, it's going to be a separate Facebook group all around email marketing and helping you develop skills in that realm. So helping you learn how to write emails that sell, how to go and get clients and do it for other businesses. Yeah, that's a separate Facebook group. I'm going to open that up probably, what is today? The 6th. I might open it up tomorrow, actually. So I'll link to that below. And starting next week, again, that free video series, it's going to be super valuable. And it's going to tell you everything you need to build a business that runs on sending simple emails, whether that's writing them for yourself and building your own email list or doing it for clients. And if you're like a freelancer or agency or consultant, doing it for clients and getting paid for it that way. So that's coming soon. That's what I want to share today. I've been looking at the data like the past 5 months, just looking at all these hundreds of businesses and what they're doing. And it really was shocking to me, like how many of these successful businesses even that are doing 6 to 8 figures per year are not doing these simple email campaigns, right? So I see a huge gap, and I want to help people. Like if you're trying to make money online, I think this is one of the best ways to start. And if you already have an existing business, is one of the best ways to scale more profitably. Yeah, so that's it from me. Let's see. I'm going to jump in here and let's just do some Q&A with you guys. Let's see. Pasindu says on the way to start a drop servicing agency. Cool. Shell says sounds like a large opportunity. Yes, it's a massive opportunity. I think it's email has been around for so long, since the beginning of like the internet, that people just aren't as excited by it, but it's a proven channel to generate sales. And the best part is it costs these businesses nothing to send an email, right? Once you build a list of subscribers, it doesn't cost you anything to send an email, right? Other than paying for like the software that you're using. But it's not like paying for ads, right? You don't have to pay money to test an email. You can send out an email and it costs you nothing. So you're basically going to these businesses that already have a list. They're not leveraging their list. And you're saying, hey, how would you like if I made you a ton of extra money and you don't have to pay for any advertising, right? I mean, they're going to pay you, of course, but they're not paying extra for Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever it is. You're just going in and you're monetizing their existing asset. Style Up, hey, does email marketing help? I don't know what you're asking. Yes, it does help. That's what I just said. Mimi says a new group, amazing. Yep, it's going to be pretty cool. EK says, you never accepted me in your group, though I am your client. I didn't open that email marketing group yet, EK. I didn't accept anybody. Mimi says, I personally like to unsubscribe from people who email me 5 times per week because it bothers me to receive so many emails. How to prevent not overloading the clients? Well, Mimi, I email more than 5 times a week, and I think you're still on my list, right? The main thing is that you're sending emails that people like to read and buy from, right? Like, yes, there's going to be people who unsubscribe, but those people were never going to really buy anyway. So I think that the more you email, and of course they have to be good emails, but the more you email, the more sales you're going to make, right? It's just putting more offers out there. So the main thing is that you just need to learn how to write good emails, and you're not going to overload the clients, because if you're sending good emails and the people on that list like to read those emails and of course buy from those emails, then why would you send less than that? Mimi says, how to make them click on your email rather before even reading. Any tips on good headlines? Yep, that's coming in the series starting next week. I'll be talking everything about how to write emails that sell. That's going to be one of the videos in there. Pasindu says, teach us how to get sales from LinkedIn. Pasindu, I have like 3 or 4 videos on this on my channel. Go back through my old videos and you'll find a few videos on LinkedIn. Ismail says, do you think Mailchimp is overrated or is the best tool for email marketing automation? I use ActiveCampaign. I think that people worry too much about the tools. It really isn't about the tools. They pretty much all do the same thing. If you want to use what I'm using, I use ActiveCampaign. So that's what I use. But it's not about the tool. It's about what you're saying in your emails, right? It's about the actual copy in the emails. And that's what I'm going to help. It's about the strategy and the copy within the email. It's not about the tool at all. Nowadays, there's so many different tools that pretty much do the same thing. Chris says, I'm with Mimi, how to make them click and open. I am going to be talking about that in this series. Zach says, if we were to start an email marketing agency, why would a company choose us versus an established email marketing company? Well, here's the thing. It's kind of weird to me too. I did research on this. I was trying to Google search a lot of other email marketing companies out there, and a lot of those companies are full service agencies, meaning that email marketing is not like the only thing they do. They offer all kinds of different marketing services, right? So if you were to start strictly an email marketing agency, and let's say you were to specialize in a certain niche, like let's say e-commerce stores, that's why an e-commerce store would pick you over a more established company, right? It's like going to someone you're going to be like an email marketing agency for e-commerce companies, and you're going to these e-commerce companies and they can see that you're specifically tailored towards them. They're going to pick you over someone who's a full service agency who doesn't focus on e-commerce companies, who doesn't specialize in email. So that's how you get picked over more established companies, is to specialize in a niche and to specialize in doing emails. Jeffrey Nixon says, how can you use the email list if you're independent creator to support your creative project? So Jeffrey, email has two main goals. Okay, two main goals. Number one is to build the relationship with your prospects and your customers, right? That's on your list. Number two is to make more sales, right? That's the only two things, the only two goals of your email and having your email list. Now, if you're independent creator, I don't know what you're selling. It says, I don't know what your creative project is, but you can send out emails every day. You can send it out every other day if you want, and you can direct people to take whatever action you want them to take. So I don't know what you're working on, if it's a product or if it's a service that you're creating, or if you do like web development or whatever it is. But you can drive people to book a call with you. You can drive people to purchase a certain product. You can drive people to watch some of your content. Like, for example, I drive people to YouTube videos on my channel. There's so many different ways you can use email, right? So again, you're using it to build the relationship with your list, your prospects and your customers, and to make sales. And every email that you send should be doing those two things, right? Is building the relationship and then directing them to make a purchase with you, or put them on the path to doing so, whether that's to book a call, whether that's to watch a video, or to consume some kind of content from you. Chris says, simplifying a complicated subject, keep the email short. Yes, I mean, long emails can work as well, but if you are on my email list, Chris, you'll notice that all my emails are between 200 and 500 words in length. And that takes me anywhere. It could take me 10 minutes to write, sometimes pretty short, and it can take me 30 to 45 minutes max. So every day I wake up in the morning, make myself some coffee. I sit down and put the timer on around 7:30 or so, 7:30 or so, and I write out an email. I send it out to my list at 8 a.m. And yeah, that's really all it takes, is just anywhere from 10 to 45 minutes, and they're short emails. They're short emails, anywhere from 200 to 500 words. Every now and then I'll write a longer email, but most of the time they're pretty short and punchy. Jeremy says, got your ebook and scheduling my 15-minute phone call with you now. Looking forward to working with you. Sounds good, Jeremy. Looking forward to it. Lakshi says, can sales be brought in via other social media like Instagram and Facebook? Yeah, absolutely. if you watch my most recent YouTube video, I think that social media is great to help you grow your business. But if you have a business that is too reliant on social media, like Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you are playing a very dangerous game, because my personal Facebook profile, like a year and a half ago, actually, in 2018, my Facebook profile got permanently disabled. I had to create a new Facebook profile. And yeah, they just did it without reason. I ran my entire business through Facebook ads, so I couldn't spend money on Facebook ads, and I had no income coming in, and it was very dangerous, right? So I didn't have as big of an email list at that time, and I wasn't leveraging my email list as well as I am now, and I was relying almost completely on Facebook. So yes, those channels can be used to bring in sales, but the email list, that is an asset that you control. So let's say if any of these social media platforms were to shut me down, I would still have my email list. I'd still have a way to generate income. I'd still have my customers, and I could still sell my products and services. Okay, Mimi says, thanks for your answer. I have another one here. How do you start cold emailing to help your own marketing agency to grow? Could it work even without having the database? Mimi, you have my ultimate client acquisition playbook, I'm pretty sure. All right, so go in there. I have videos on cold emails. That tells you how to grow your agency or services business using cold emails. Mike asks, what are the deliverables to a company if you're charging each client a monthly recurring fee? Yeah, so Mike, there's a few ways you can do this, and I'll talk about them on the free video series as well. But one of the best ways that you can do this is to like if you're just getting started as well, this is a great way to get practice and to get paid while you're practicing and while you're learning. So one of the best ways to do this is to create a daily email service. So let's just say you charge maybe $3,000 per month or so, and you write an email every weekday, Monday through Friday, right? So basically all you're doing is you are going out to these businesses. Let's say they're only emailing once per week or so, and you go out and you say, hey, I've been on your email list. I noticed you're only sending one email per week. And I know that you're leaving a lot of money on the table, because the more that you email, the more sales that you're going to make, because you're making more offers. So how about I come in and I write you an email every day? We have a daily email service. We'll write you an email Monday through Friday, and this is what we charge. And it could be $3,000, it could be $3,500 a month, it could be less than that. That's one of the best ways to get a monthly recurring fee, is to have some kind of daily email service, because these businesses will need new emails every day, and it has that built-in monthly recurring factor. So Mike, let me know if that helps. That's actually what we started with, but I didn't like that model as much. We're moving into setting up launch campaigns and automations, and then charging a big upfront fee, and then also royalties on gross revenue. So that way we can work with less clients and get paid more. Pranav says, I have some clients for PPC. I'm really confused about my pricing. I think I'm charging less. I charge 2x the freelancer. Should I increase the price or keep it the same? Pranav, I recommend you pick up my ebook, 6-Figure Drop Servicing. I talk about pricing in there. Chris says, do you have any recommendations on where to get a list of emails? If you're talking about cold emails, Chris, then you can use tools like Find That Lead, D7 Lead Finder. You can go to Fiverr or Upwork and get those lists built for you. Yeah, there's lots of places where you can get a list of emails. If you're talking about building an email list, like of people who opt in, you can't, like using Mailchimp or ActiveCampaign, you can't build a list like you would for a cold email campaign and just add all those people to ActiveCampaign. It has to be people who opt in. So there's a difference between cold email lists where you're reaching out to these businesses and people who opt in and that you're emailing every day. So make sure that you're not getting like a cold email list of prospects that you're trying to do outreach to, and don't add them to ActiveCampaign or Mailchimp, because yeah, you'll get shut down pretty quickly if you do that. All right, guys, we have about 5 minutes left. Radu says, can you get retainers just doing automations? Maybe not retainers. You probably can't charge royalties right off the bat if you're just getting started. Radu, if you're brand new, I would say to start with the daily email service, because that gets you the most practice. You're going to be writing a lot of emails. And businesses need that. A lot of businesses, the number one thing I see is they're just not emailing enough. So if you can come in and you can actually offer them that, like, hey, you're emailing once a week, I can help you email 5 times a week and send out better emails that get you sales. And this is what we charge, right? That's how you get monthly recurring retainer type clients. Easiest way as a beginner. Radu says, how do you get your first client if you're new? Well, what you can do is you can sign up. I would recommend doing what I did. Figure out what niche that you want to serve and get on some of their email lists so you can see what they're doing. And then what you can do is you can critique their email sequences, right? Like, hey, I noticed you're only sending an email once per week or whatever it is. I noticed that you don't have this set up, these certain autoresponders set up. I noticed that you don't have, you're not selling enough in your emails. You're not making enough offers. And you can go in and then reply to some of their emails or just reach out directly and then maybe write up a sample email for them, show them what you can do. And that's how you can close your first client. That's the great thing about email is you don't have to have a big portfolio to get your first client. If you can write up a few sample emails for your potential clients and just show them what you can do and demonstrate it, that's a great way to get your first client, right? So you can create your own portfolio of those sample emails. Basendu says, please quickly upload new email videos. Yep, I'm going to start the first videos launching next Tuesday, and then it's going to be every week. Ismail, I use ActiveCampaign. I don't really look at lead scoring too much. I just focus on sending an email every day and making sure that my emails are getting opened. Radu says, what is your overview framework for email writing? That is going to be in video number 4 of the series, how to write emails that sell. So that's coming soon, Radu. All right. Do we have anything else? I can answer maybe 1 or 2 more questions, and then I'm hopping off here. Is graphic designing a good niche? Sure. Yeah. If that's what you're good at, sure. Zach says, for beginners, would it be best to drop services? I think that email is something that you're better off doing yourself because it's a skill that is super valuable. You can use it for clients. You can use it to build your own business. It helps you to get better at copywriting. It helps you to get better at sales. It helps you to get better at just making money. So would it be best to job service this? I recommend just learning it as a skill. It's a very powerful skill. Ismail says, so how do you measure success of your campaign for your clients? Well, we set up a separate campaign and then we track the sales coming from that campaign. It's very easy to do with the software that we have these days. Radu says, from email, how many clients can you handle alone in a month? I would say maybe 7 or 8. If you're talking about yourself, like writing daily emails, 7 or 8 or so. I'm trying to go for less clients and just getting paid more per client. So we're going after bigger fish now. We're going after whale-sized clients, and we're setting up deals in a way that gets us paid more with doing less work. Oh, God. Hardik, I don't answer website questions anymore. It's not difficult to create a website. Shell says, are there any copywriting resources we should look into? I used to write campaigns all the time for my former employer. Yep, resources, my video series coming up. I'll also have that private Facebook group where I'll link to, actually, I'll just post it here. Never mind, I'll post it after this. It'll be in the comments. But yeah, that private group is going to be a great place to join. And also the video series that I'm launching. And then I'll also have a paid challenge. So if people want more help with writing emails, I'm going to have a challenge. It's going to be fairly cheap, probably $50 or less. And it's going to help you implement. So keep an eye out for that. There's going to be the video series launching next week, the private Facebook group, and then maybe a challenge, a pretty cheap challenge that'll help you implement and take action on those steps. Hardik, I just said I'm not answering questions about websites. I don't know what this obsession is with people have with websites. Yes, create a website, sure. Literally every day I have somebody asking me how to create a website. You guys know that there's places like YouTube, right, that show you exactly how to create a website if that's what you're so obsessed with. Oh gosh, I don't get it. What is this obsession with websites? Websites. All right, so nothing else. Cool. All right, guys. So I hope you like that Quaranstream here. I really wish that I wasn't doing these anymore, like that we weren't actually in quarantine. I kind of shot myself in the foot by calling it Quaranstream because I don't know when we're ever getting out of quarantine, to be honest. So yeah, next week, I am launching the free email marketing video series. It's going to be 5 videos again. I am going to also link to the private Facebook group, the Email Marketing Rainmakers Facebook group in the comments below. And I'm also going to have a challenge in the future. It's going to be $50 or less, where I can help you implement the steps that we talk about in the free series. So all of that's coming soon. I hope you guys are pretty excited about that. I do think this is a huge opportunity just from my own research and from being on hundreds of people's email lists and seeing what they're sending out. I think it's a massive opportunity. Yeah, so that's it for me today. And yeah, I hope you guys like this. If you're watching the replay and you have any questions, comment below. And I will see you in the next one.